In one of the schools in Jordan, Muhammad was studying, a young man who was a good thinker and wanted to succeed. Muhammad used to study for 8 hours a day, every semester. He took the exam and was surprised by the result of only 40%. Big effort, little result. Muhammad did not know how and where the vinegar fell into despair. One evening he came across an old book in his father's library. Titled How to Be a Valedictorian by Kaylin Apport. Muhammad Benham read it. Learned from him, and today we see the advice of the book, and how did Muhammad apply it. I present to you a summary of a wonderful book in the form of a story, so let us start together. The first axis we talk about fake work. Muhammad used to study every day for 8, sometimes 10 hours. While studying, he receives notifications from Facebook. A new video is coming up. He thinks of his dream home, to develop it, and so the 8 hours pass. It arrives at the end of the day with only a few pages done. And here Muhammad committed his biggest academic mistakes. Fake work error. There is a beautiful equation that will explain everything to you. The equation says work done equals work time multiplied by concentration level. Here is the concentration level we measure out of 10. As a practical example, we will take Muhammad. Muhammad studies 8 hours. Okay, but his focus is scattered and he's only 3. If his completed work is equal to 24 only. For another example, he studied only 3 hours with full concentration, his completed work will be 30. The amount of the situation we are talking about here is between 8 and 3 hours, a big difference. Well, what did Muhammad do? Muhammad sits in the study, completely turns off the internet. He stays away from distractions, and when they come to him, he writes them down to think about them later. Tries to raise focus by all means. And he succeeded. And this is exactly what you have to do. Who among us would prefer to study for 10 hours without results? Remember the equation and apply it in your studies to see the difference. The second piece of advice given by the book. The organization, Syed Muhammad, used to wake up, rub his eyes, and start studying, living hour by hour, living the absurd coincidence. No organization, no planning, so instead of planning, start doing so, he says. And this was his unforgivable mistake. A stupid writer with a plan beats a genius without a plan. All it takes is 5 minutes of your time and a small notebook. When you get up, write down what you want to do that day and what time you need to do. For example, a 2-hour math research study. 1-hour gym training. Listen to the half-hour episode. And so on until what we have to do. And then start implementing when you know how your day will be. Well, the next day came. Hold your task sheet and see what you accomplished. Here is a nice move added by the book. In the event that you did not complete a specific task, write next to it the reason that prevented you. By God, I am studying research because of a silly series that I watched. By God, I did not train because of a useless call with a companion. Here you will see how you put off your tasks because of silly topics. How do you waste your time when you are a mature and conscious person? This is what Muhammad did. He arranged his day and started to accomplish. Very wonderful. We move now to the last and third axis. Mind fuel. Muhammad was studying voraciously, spending all his day studying, not wasting his time with sports. And here he entered the cycle of self-combustion. I'll show you the mechanism how it works. This is our brain. To be healthy, the brain needs 3 things. Food intake. Rest-activity balance. This is what we call the triangle of the mind. Okay? Okay. Well, how do we do this triangle? First of all, the brain needs good food. Varied food. According to a Harvard study, the best foods are vegetables, coffee, fish, and water, then pain, then water. In short, all well. The second thing is rest. A good average adult sleep is 7 hours a day. Lack of sleep weakens concentration. Remember the equation we talked about earlier. Third, activity balance. I'll show you something nice here. This is our brain from the inside. When we study, a part of the brain is activated. When we ride a bicycle, this part is activated. When we plan this part that activates, do you think it is better to sing one part or all the parts together? Absolutely everyone. This is what I advise you to do. Study, practice your hobby, practice, practice. This life is your life, and this is your mind. Develop it however you like. Life is not just study. Life is full of experiences. Hundreds of aspects and experiences that we need to go through and enjoy every day. And now we know what the brain needs so beautiful. Let's quickly shorten the video. First, study with focus and avoid the visitor. Second, organize your time for 5 minutes and a small notebook. Third, pay attention to your health. A tree does not tan without water. The book is long and full of advice, and these were just a few from it. And the beautiful thing is that there are dozens of books full of advice. Did you like summarizing the books? Tell me in the comments. I am waiting for your opinions. Gather was with you. Doctor, I provide nice content that helps you. I wish you a happy day. In the safety of God and His care.